Before we dive into lesson 15, which is using the transitive verb in the past tense again, before we do that, I thought it'd be helpful just to be aware of how difficult this is for most people. And the reason is this: it's like the grammar has been switched in a way that completely disrupts our normal way of thinking that we've been imprinted over the years. It's just like a bicycle that has had the gears switch so that when you turn right it goes left. And if you try to ride the bicycle that's been engineered this way, you cannot ride it without a whole lot of practice to do the natural thing that you tend to do to adjust it to keep it going, but you have to do it in the wrong direction. So that is exactly what it feels like when you're learning Porto. If you're starting from a language like English and many of the other European languages that follow this thing where the subject runs the sentence. So in the past tense, just to remind you again, and we're looking at one key sentence that we're going to dig into. Ma warta plat chodelo. Ma I warta gave. I was showing them. It's past continuous, or sometimes called the past progressive tense. I was showing them the plot of land. Plat is the king, and it determines the verb ending chodelo. Just a reminder that here are all the verb endings for chodel in the continuous past tense. We're just looking at two of them today. Chodelo, masculine, plat chodelo, feminine, chodela, zamaka chodela. Mawarta plat chodelo. So the king is running the sentence. That changes. We talked about that earlier. But here's the thing. What is this ma? Well, the subject in past transitive tenses gets inflected. It's like it's a servant who has to adjust to the sentence, but no longer has control over what's happened. So the, I, changes in the inflected form for the transitive past tense. The changed to ma, to ta, hare to hare, hare feminine to hare, and hari doesn't change. There are some other changes we'll talk about later called when these become mini pronouns, but for the moment that's the thing, and we're going to focus today mostly on the change to ma, to ta. So the servant gets inflected, the king, the object is the king, and that determines how the verb ending goes. Got it? Well, as you find out, it's like driving the bike. It's like, oh my gosh, this is completely opposite. You really have to drill yourself and do it a lot before it comes naturally. So let's look at some examples.
زه ورته پلاټ ښیم. ما ورته پلاټ ښودلو. ما ورته دین ښودلو. ما ورته دشمن ښودلو. ما ورته پښتو ښودله. تا ورته پلاټ ښودلو. چا ورته پلاټ ښودلو. ما ورته کار ښودلو. چا ورته کور ښودلو. ما ورته کور ښودلو. تا ورته کور ښودلو.